And I have Theory in studio right now. How you doing, guys?
Really good.
Doing good. Thank you, Hello Radio, for having us on today.
It's my pleasure. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone? Give me your name and what you do in the band.
My name is Sarah. I play guitar.
My name is Mike. I'm the drummer.
My name is Adam, and I'm the bass player for Theory.
Right on. All right. So you're all here in Reading, and are you all from Reading, or did you move here from other places?
Mike and I. We're not from Reading. We're SoCal.
Okay.
Born and raised.
I moved up here from LA.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not from there either, but that's where I moved up here from.
Do you know Ventura?
Oh yeah.
That's where we're from.
Okay.
Ventura County, yeah.
Okay.
I'm the local boy. I'm from here.
Adam's the local. He keeps us in touch. Here.
That's right.
Okay. So how did you all get to be? What brought Theory together?
About 3 years ago, we met through mutual friends. We met about 3 years ago through mutual friends, and we had a basic interest in music. Adam, he was originally going to start with guitar, like acoustic guitar, and it turns out he plays bass pretty dang well. He keeps up on a good
Well, I
flow.
didn't know that. They showed me a bass, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah, that's for sure. So we do pretty good with this transition. I was supposed to play bass originally, so it was, once we figured out where we're all at, we're like, whoa, we're making some pretty decent sounds here. So yeah, so that keeps us going, you know.
So did you actively? Who was it that said, "I want to start a band"? Who was it that started pulling all this
Definitely
together?
Mike and Sarah. I was very interested in making music, and through some mutual acquaintances, we ended up hanging out. And they're like, "Well, why don't you just play some instruments?" And that's when I found out I was a bass player.
Okay, right.
But yeah, they already had something going on, and they definitely welcomed me in and was like, "I'm going to teach you some music." So
Awesome. Now, when did this happen? When did Theory become Theory?
3 years ago.
Okay.
So 2016.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just passed the anniversary of our EP release.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's actually on all major music platforms. It's about a 7-track EP. And yeah, it's our rough material, but it's definitely what's gotten us out. It got us right here. So, you know, but Mike and I, we've always jammed since we actually met through a mutual friend who took an interest in music. And the minute we met, we started jamming. And then we had kids. And then we met Adam. So, you know.
Oh, wow. So you have, how old are your kids?
Our kids, 9 and 12. Yeah.
That's it. That's an interesting dynamic to be in a band and have your rehearsals and go do gigs and things like that when you've got a couple preteens in the mix.
Oh, totally. Yeah, our living room is the jam area, so the kids are well endowed when it comes to this sort of musical input, you know?
So are your kids into music too?
I was just going to say that our oldest son is a drummer. He's been a drummer actually since he was 3.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So now maybe you'll add a 4th member to the band here.
We can only hope.
Okay, they got to go through roadie training first.
There you go. Carry this amp.
Exactly.
All right. So where are you at right now? I know that I got this copy of the EP. What are you working on right now, musically?
Right now, we're actually working on different dynamics, what we put into the music. Like, Mike and I have switched positions. He's playing some guitar and I'm playing some drums. Or we'll get on a track and I'll play some bass and Mike will play guitar and Adam play acoustic rhythm, you know, and we're bringing in a different dynamic. We don't limit ourselves to putting lyrics to our songs because we feel it kind of caps us of what we're trying to say when we bring each different musical background together in this trifecta of like noise that makes sense, and we have a vibe, you know what I mean? So we're just going to be adding different elements to the next album. Going to release it like 2020.
2020. Yeah.
2020 is the plan.
Well, right on. I mean, I noticed that you do have a lot of instrumentals, but you're right. The music makes sense without it, and that's the thing about music is it doesn't really need lyrics necessarily. But the song you have that does have lyrics is pretty cool. But
I have to agree. Sarah did a fantastic job on that track.
Yeah, that was me just kind of, these two were messing around living room, and I'm like, I'm going to do something for fun. And, you know, it was the first time I recorded it, and it's just kind of sat there, and, you know, now it's just here. So
well, and it's so much different than the other work that you do.
Yeah.
As well. So I like the diversity of that.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
And that's what we're working on now, is we're trying to change up our pace. We don't want to stay the same.
That is a theme that I am noticing from a lot of artists, is not to become pigeonholed into one particular sound or one particular idea. Even bands like Arctic Monkeys, right? Each album sounds different than the other album before. And even if an album worked out really well and was hugely successful, they're not going to stick with it because they already did that.
Exactly.
So it's kind of cool.
Right.
That's exactly where we're at. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, like when track 3 on our demo, Mike's playing guitar on that, and you can even hear the difference in Adam's bass playing. And even though the drums are decent, because I'm complimenting myself with that one, but we have a different raw power brought to the table when we switch it up. And it definitely gives the audience a vibration to feed off of, you know? So, yeah.
All right, so I want to know a little bit more about this track, because this is the one we're going to play here, and it's I've Seen the Wicked Play.
Yes.
So tell me about this song. What brought that on? What's it about?
Oh, man.
What do you want people to pick up when they hear this song?
It's just there to let you know that, man, you can get kicked in the mud a few times, and you may see some people get ahead of you, and you're like, how? Dude, they're wired in this way, and you're like, you just kind of keep going, and at the end you'll see everything unfold. And that's kind of what that song inspires you to just kind of like pick up your boots and fight on, keep going. You know, it doesn't matter what you have to go through, just keep going, man.
Yeah, whenever I play that song, I love the chug, I love the energy that we put into it. It really makes the song a fun song to play.
Well, it's a fun song to listen to as well, and a message that is direly important, especially in this day and age. With everything else going on. And once again, I don't care what side of the aisle, or if you are even, or maybe in the aisle politically, these are some trying times, and it's important to be able to go, you know what, no matter how dark things get, no matter how muddy things get, you can fight through.
Exactly.
And that goes back to the title, or our actual band name Theory, is that everything's a theory at the end of the day. We're still trying to figure it out, you know? Nobody knows, you know, and at least we're trying to have fun while we're here.
You know, I heard it mentioned about learning guitar, that guitar is one of the easiest instruments to learn, but it's impossible to master.
Yes.
I can see how people would say that for sure. Like, I'll pick up the guitar and count on this. The track count on this. It's hard hitting, but the notes in it are so simple. But it depends what my bandmates are doing to really give it that impact. And that's what counts. That's that vibration, you know? Yeah.
Okay, so how can people find out more about Theory? Facebook?
This is definitely a Sarah question. She's our PR manager.
But like I said, you can find us on any major music platform. You see us, numberonemusic.com is usually a pretty good site to get all of our very raw, uncut material. And that generates quite a huge listening masses, I guess you could say.
We got some on Spotify.
SoundCloud has a lot of our archive. YouTube, you just check out Theory space in.progression. And then you'll find us. You Google that and you'll find us pretty much anywhere.
All right. Well, be sure to let me know when you have any new work coming out or your new gigs coming up, and I'd be happy to promote all of that.
Oh, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you, Hella Radio, once again for hosting us and letting us get our music out there.
Yeah, man. It's been a pleasure being here today.
All right. Well, let's get it out there right now. This is I've Seen the Wicked Play on Hella. Was there anything else that you wanted to add or say that you didn't get a chance to say or anything like that?
No, less is more.
Okay.
Is there anything